Man, I'm so happy quarantine's over. Everybody in the world is vaccinated. Time to go outside and go. Okay. Nope. Way too hot. Not a fan of that whatsoever. Nope. Let's just play some games instead. Come on, Milo. Milo, come on.
I haven't played something on Switch in a while. Wait. Switch? Switch? It's not 4K though. The Switch Pro is a sure thing at this point, almost as sure as YouTubers asking you to like the video and subscribe, which you should probably do. And now we have a report that Thursday is the day, so this thing is imminent. Now, I'm not sure if that report is real or not. Doesn't really matter. I'm just here to talk about the impending release of the Switch Pro, what it can mean for the fall for Nintendo, and if you should be excited to get one. All right, let's talk about it. Believe it or not, we have been talking about this thing since 2019. Now, that's a long time. We keep hearing, hey, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And hey, now it really seems like it's time. We originally thought it was going to be next year, but now we have reports that it is happening this year, and there's so much fire around this, so much smoke that we gotta just believe it. I think I can say with like 90% certainty that the Switch Pro is happening this year. But Gabe, I just bought my Switch and my Switch is like awesome. Why would I need a Switch Pro? Well, as you know, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/S is a thing now, and for third parties to continue putting their games on Switch, there needs to be a closing of the gap between the hardware. If PS5 and Series X is up here doing 4K, sometimes native 4K, and Switch is down here with like 720p an awful lot, they need to kind of just meet somewhere in the middle where the Switch can now maybe not do native 4K all the time, but they can upscale and get things looking a little nicer so that third parties do put the games on Nintendo's platform, because there is a huge install base there. So that's the why. Also, hey, money. You know that they're going to sell a ton of these, to scalpers. They're going to sell a ton of them to scalpers, but hey, they're getting sold regardless. I don't know how much Nintendo cares where they go. But as players, it's going to allow us to play Breath of the Wild 2, the next Mario Kart, Splatoon 3, and all these things that we know are coming in glorious 4K. In better frame rates, 60 FPS for Switch games. That's something that's going to be pretty sweet. Maybe even higher than that, honestly. A better screen for handheld, I'm all for it. But one thing that it will not mean is that your Switch will not become obsolete. Nintendo won't allow that to happen. This isn't the Switch 2. This is an iteration, and yes, we hear things like 4K and be like, hey, this thing is gonna be like way more powerful, and you know, it will be more powerful, of course. But it's still an iteration. Don't go throwing your Switches in the trash quite yet. If you don't feel like spending the $400, that's what I think it's gonna cost. It could cost more, maybe a little less, but 400 is probably a safe bet. You don't have to. I know I'm gonna look for a way to try to sell my Switch to try to get the Switch Pro if I'm even able to, with the whole bots and scalper situation. But the good news is you'll still be able to play the sequel to Breath of the Wild. You'll still be able to continue to play your Animal Crossing New Horizon save file, your island that you've spent 6,000 hours on. You'll still be able to do all that with your current Switch. You don't need to jump into this new hardware. And part of the reason why I wanted to make this video was I wanted to tell people not to panic. I know a lot of people that just bought a Switch recently, like a couple of months ago, and now they're like, hey, there's this new thing coming. Like, I messed up. And yeah, okay, yeah, probably you should have waited. We told you to wait. Some of us told you to wait, but you went and got it anyways. And now you spent 100 hours on Animal Crossing New Horizons, and you've had a lot of fun, but you're already feeling buyer's remorse with a thing that isn't even out yet. Don't worry about it. Chill. Keep playing your games. Go, I don't even know what you do in Animal Crossing. Time travel to get some cockroaches in your house. That's the only thing I know that happens in Animal Crossing. I'm so sorry. Oh, also hit the thumbs up if you want to see an Animal Crossing stream from a newbie like me. I think that would be kind of fun. But why now? That's a question that I see a lot of. Hey, why now? E3 is coming up. Why wouldn't they just announce it at E3? The reason they want to get this out ahead of E3 is so that publishers that have games on Switch Pro hardware can talk about it openly without waiting for the Nintendo presentation or the Nintendo Direct. They will be able to just say, hey, Madden is coming to Switch Pro. Call of Duty will be on Switch Pro. Now, I don't know that Madden and Call of Duty will make it to the hardware, but it is way more likely than it's ever been before, and I can see it happening. We gotta believe that all previous games that you have right now on your cartridges or downloaded on eShop will fully work and carry over to whatever this next Switch is. Let's call it Super Switch. I like Super Switch. So there's no real reason to panic outside of FOMO. Fear of missing out is a genuine and real thing, and I have it all the time. So let's talk about what you need to do to get ready for the Switch Pro for a little bit. One, stay tuned on Thursday, because again, that's the day that keeps being tossed around, as that's when this thing is going to get revealed. And when this thing gets revealed, and hopefully we're told a pre-order date, although I don't think we will, you're gonna have to be super quick in order to get one of these. If you've been thinking about buying a Switch and we're thinking of maybe getting one like in the next couple weeks, please don't. This thing is coming this year within the next 6 months, and you're going to spend $300 for a Switch right now instead of $400 for the new hotness a little bit later, even if it's just an opportunity, right? Because again, they're not going to be super available to just go get wherever. You're going to need to be able to try. And I know for me, be like a shot in the foot to just go ahead and pick one up right now. I know some people aren't gonna like this, but I suggest to get familiar with bots. Not so that you can go buy a bunch to sell them to other people. Don't become a scalper. But if you want an opportunity to get one for yourself, it's the only way to do it. Go half and half with a friend, or go half and half with multiple friends to get a bot so that you guys can all try to score one. It's a sad reality that that's just where we're at right now. Trying to get one in the normal way is gonna be so freaking hard. Harder than some of those Super Mario Maker 2 levels that a lot of you insane people beat. So familiarize yourself a little bit with that without getting greedy. Don't be greedy, y'all. Okay, but Gabe, what does this 4K Switch Pro do that the one I have doesn't? Well, improved 1080p handheld display. That's one of those things. It's gonna have an OLED screen, supposedly. It's gonna look super awesome when playing handheld. So that's one of the things that I would want. Better build quality, including a stand that isn't total trash. That's another thing. 4K in dock mode. Bluetooth support for third-party headsets and controls, like these SteelSeries headsets that I use. I like them a lot, but I'm not able to use them on Nintendo Switch very reliably. So that's another thing that this new console could do for us. I can't wait to see what the Joy-Con are going to look like. Will they be identical? Will they be changed a little bit? Will this thing come with a Pro controller? Will it be a version 2 of Pro controller? So many questions still out there, and I can't wait to get the answers for all of them. Now, Switch Pro is imminent. That much we know. Will you be picking one up? Let me know in the comments below, or are you waiting for whatever reason? And keep in mind, PS5 dropped in November. They're still impossible to get. GPUs dropped even further back than that. They're still impossible to get. It's gonna be a weird situation. So if you really want one, either get a friend that knows how to get these things high-end, or start learning how to try to get one of these things, because it's gonna be hard, guys. Trust me. But there you have it. I'm gonna dip out of here. Switch Pro on its way, and I am on my way to, what was it? I'm gonna go cook. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Thanks. I'm gonna see you guys soon. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. You guys are awesome, and so am I. Bye.